Okay, we ready? Does this need to be closer?
Yeah, just a little bit, but you're good.
Like this?
Like
Yeah.
this?
1 second.
Is this too close?
And then that's the updated one.
Oh, wait, there's an updated one.
Yeah, I updated it.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Well, it's on your desk. You have another
Oh,
updated one.
dude, you keep on putting, at least you're putting stuff on my desk. I really appreciate that.
I haven't looked at it
You're
yet.
doing a really nice job. Have I told you that before?
Look at this. This is good.
Huh?
This is good.
He's doing a really nice job.
I pay him to like have you the least amount of prepared for this because everybody that watches this
Right.
appreciates it when
Okay,
just go on
let's
tangents.
get rolling. Let's get rolling. Okay, welcome back to our, what number are we at? 9? Our 9th podcast.
9th podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, we had the last podcast that's up was about our track experience at COTA. I think it's getting some good reviews, right? Did you watch it?
I did.
I did.
I watched it.
I was entertained by
I
myself.
watched it at least 4
I
times.
made everyone in my family watch it.
I watched
Did
it on
you-
my Middleton Ford YouTube channel, my
okay.
Middleton Outdoors YouTube channel, my
We're almost there.
My Poly Home, and Middleton Motorsports.
So
I
that's-
watch this, every video gets at least 7 views.
There you go. Well, we have 12. So my 5 in my family, I think we're good. That's about the
That's
12
about
views that we had. Maybe we'll go for 11 or 13 this time.
Hey, starting next podcast, I want to have a list of all the views of all, just so
Yes.
we got to talk about how many views we got in the last
We're at
one.
159, I think, the latest on this last one, which is not our highest, but it was very specific.
Hey,
We have a much broader agenda today and topics to discuss. I think
Yes,
I think
we
it'll
do.
be, I think people will be riveted to the phone or riveted to their car because we're on Spotify. Did we say that? We're on Spotify, tuned in podcast on Spotify, Apple Music,
we got
Apple
We
Podcast?
got 46,
Apple Podcast,
46
Apple
million views.
46 million views.
Yeah.
Man, we should move out of the studio if we had 46 million views. No, it's going to be a jam-packed agenda here. A couple things. First of all, I thought we'd share to the group, Braden behind the camera,
Yep.
doing a really nice job. Hopefully the quality of our podcast, these different angles and mics, and doing a really nice job, Braden.
I liked when he first brought the 2 cameras out, and then we went back and forth, and he was like,
Ting, 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 ting. Yep.
the only thing we could add in the future is one on him. That's 3.
I know.
At least he's not doing the uppercut on us.
We need.
You know what? See, everybody, if you go watch the first podcast,
Oh, no,
he
no,
did,
tell him
if you
not to
watch
watch
the
it
first
first.
podcast,
No,
if
no,
you
no.
watch the first podcast.
You're gonna look
I
pretty
look like
good.
I'm
Yes,
25.
yes.
No, because it's all angles.
It's all angles. It's all angles. But my angles are. We got to work on those too.
See, I give him, I slip him some money. And he
You got
puts
to
my
hire. You got to
camera.
hire the 2 cameras.
Yes.
Definitely, people have now tuned out for sure. So, so Braden, what are we going to talk about today? What are some of the topics, or do you want me to kind of read through the agenda you provided?
You can read through them if you want.
No, it was a kind of a rhetorical question, to be honest with you. But we have vehicle maintenance. You know, Chuck and I just did a few oil changes on our car coming back from Road America. We'll talk about that. Performance shop updates. You know, please subscribe to our Middleton Motorsports YouTube channel. We do vlogs there to review what's going on in the shop. Very exciting news. I think you're helping us lead this, Braden, is our MM Outlaw program. And you can see that on our website, middletonmotorsports.com, but we'll talk about that as well. And then any other miscellaneous stuff?
I'm always good at throwing an extra thing or 2 in.
Okay. Yeah.
Outside the agenda.
We have another one on the
I was gonna
agenda,
say,
but the one that I took a note on, but we will talk about
I
it.
think we need to set
Wanna tease that?
tease it with a
Yeah.
little fishing thing. Like,
So no surprise that you and I have applied for the GTD, right?
Yep.
But you applied for something a few years ago.
Yeah.
This was unbeknownst to me.
Yeah, I put an application in for the Ford GT Mark IV race car from Multimatic.
Insane car.
Insane car. One of 67. It did a 158 lap time at COTA. If you go back, we
Yes.
talk lap times. It's only
Yes.
like 20 seconds faster than like.
Count to 20, count to 20 real fast. That's an insane car,
Yeah.
though.
So that.
Brandon put a picture
insane.
of
Yeah.
it here.
So yeah, I was, I'll say fortunate enough. They called me. They said I earned an allocation.
Right.
And I was like, you know, if there's anybody out there that wants one, I actually I mean, we've gone a different direction with some of the cars we want to buy and stuff like that. We got some other cars that we're investing in. We have stuff in the pipeline that, I mean, it's a
Working
very
on.
expensive
Yeah.
car. So I ended up
Well,
turning
very
it-
expensive,
yeah.
$1.7 million starting price, right?
Yes. And
For
then-
a track-only car, which Could you,
That's
you know,
true.
it's tough, right? Track only cars
Well, you look
probably
at the
harder for
insurance
Ford.
and insurance,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of the race cars, and I think this is why the AMG One has some issues with selling, and then
In
this
the
car
US,
too,
yep.
because you know the insurability of it. I mean, the people that are buying it aren't your. I mean, it's not you or me like going to track it. Like it's a collection car.
Right.
There's one to say it's the final Ford GT that was made. And putting that around the track, it's gonna be insane. But like most of these race cars, like if you look at Ferrari race cars in secondhand market, you can get them for 150 to 250,000 for a really nice race car. So I think it's kind of a tough thing there, but you know, it's a nostalgia thing. I guess.
I'm surprised because this is supposedly the last, you know, run, lack of a better word, for the GT line, right?
Yep, it's the
For the
final
Ford
one.
final
so they're
run?
making 67 of them. So.
I could you imagine if it was homologated? Is that right for the street? Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine if like it was streetable? Like that would be. I don't know why Ford did it just for the race car. I don't think we know.
The
Maybe,
one thing
but why do you think? I mean,
you don't have to speak to this, but I'm gonna say so. The inside of the you know when you look at like you know, I'll say my expectations of what the interior of the GTD
we
was
could
going to
talk-
look
yeah,
like.
we could talk about
The GTD or the GT Mark IV. When you look at the interior, you got the race steering wheel. I mean, it's literally focused on racing. And this is my personal opinion. I still want a GTD and all that kind of stuff, but I would have loved to see some of those Ford GT things, like the
Attributes.
steering
Yeah,
weel
yeah,
and
yeah.
those
No,
attributes
totally.
go into the GTD. But you know, we'll do another podcast on the GTD another time. But it's just like seeing that car. It's like it's unbelievable. I mean, you're sitting there like an F1 car, and you can put some stuff overlays
it's
here
an
and stuff.
incredible
But
car.
it would probably be one of the fastest track cars you could buy.
Right.
It's a long
But
tail.
I mean, who's
It's-
buying that car if you can only drive it on the track, right?
I
It's
know
collectors.
I know it's a lot of collectors I think that are buying them,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, and I had a interested person in that vehicle, which is honestly why I put my allocation in. Decided to go a different direction, but
Could you
Multimac's
imagine,
okay
though,
with me trying to go and find other people
What
to
the
buy it, so
insurance, like, for $100,000 car, which is an expensive car.
we can kind of like back end.
No,
figure
right.
this
For
out,
like
right?
$100,000 car, insurance for a day is what, $700
Yeah.
a day?
And that's
Yeah,
for
right?
100
Or
grand.
maybe that's a weekend. 800. Let's just say it's 800 for.
I'd want to say that it exponentially
17
goes up though
ti-
once
yeah,
you
it
get like
probably
the
does.
because the incident potential for a 1
Yeah.
once.
What, I mean, you do 17 times, right? 17 times that? Is that how it works? Yeah, the math on the spot.
Probably more like 25, but like still,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah.
it's probably
$60,000.
30
Yeah.
$30 to $60,000
Right.
a day.
Insane. I mean, that's
If we made
you're
Braden's
better off.
money, you know, if we were if we had Braden's money, we'd probably
that's true.
do it.
That's true.
Do you want my allocation?
Yeah, I'll take it. If you guys want to invest into it.
Right. You guys, meaning the broader you guys that are listening to this, right? But
Hey,
no, congratulations.
honestly, though, if someone wants it, I have some decent
Well, you have some connections.
handoffs here.
Yeah, you have
So,
some connections.
Yeah.
But congratulations on it, right? Like
Thanks. I
that's
feel
got to
pretty
bode
good
well
about it.
for the potential for a GTD.
That's what I'm
If they're going
hoping.
to give you an opportunity to buy the Mark IV GT car, then why wouldn't they give you the opportunity to get the GTD?
That's where I'm.
let's-
My hopes are high.
You know, hopefully Ford said that the applicants, the
That were
7,500
selected.
applicants,
Yep.
would be selections would come July or early August. So they said kind of July, but let's
Yeah.
hold them.
They said end of
to
this
that.
year, early next year for deliveries.
That'd be
'cause, yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I think we both watched the Jim Farley smoking tire
Yeah.
interview last night. It was good, informative. We'll talk about that on another
Yeah.
podcast.
Do we
Switching
start
gears.
with our GT oil changes
Well,
yesterday?
I mean, we could talk about that. For those of you who watch this from an informational standpoint, I think changing your oil, I think, is a pretty big topic
Yeah.
for just average car people. I think for the non-average car person who takes their car to Jiffy Lube or the dealership, preferably our dealership, to get your oil changed, I think most people are probably intimidated, don't know what it entails. I get a bill for anywhere from $49.99 to
$399.
$399 for a Porsche. Just using that as a personal example. And it's an oil change. An oil change is an oil change. Whether it's 4 quarts, in my case, we'll talk about that. In a new 992s, it's 4 quarts of oil, even though it holds 8. I mean, go figure. That's bad. That's wrong.
my old, yeah, I got
Like,
8. I got
there's something wrong with that, right?
I got 7 out of mine.
On the 991.2s,
Yes.
you're an quart capacity, you're getting 7 out of it. I mean, that's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
There's stuff everywhere. But anyway, going back, let's just talk, like, in general, I think oil changes, in my opinion, shouldn't be as intimidating as they are to people to do on their own. I know you as an owner of a dealer, not encouraging people to go out there. I think you can learn a lot, but if there's a way to wrench on your own car, save some potential money, depending on the car. Oil change is not a difficult thing to do. You got to appropriately dispose of the oil.
The only thing I would say is like the Porsche stuff, like we did yesterday. You got 3 canisters. You got the plastic reservoir for your sump.
Right.
Those ones probably not. But like a Mustang oil changes, or any of the BMW where it's just a one plug. Like we have 3 drain plugs with all the O-rings are different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that
there's so much on YouTube,
almost
and
special
we make
tools.
fun of. We personally both make. I make fun of. We poke fun, and we also it bites us. YouTube videos out there. People are like, if you can do it on YouTube, but you should be able to do it anywhere. But there are informative YouTube channels.
How many times did you fix a furnace on your YouTube? Like,
no, but if I have to fix a furnace, I go to YouTube and look at it.
100%.
I had my
You literally type anything on YouTube, it's there.
right. No,
Whether or not
my
you're
shower,
capable of
the
doing it.
shower lever, the hot and cold, it's the single one, blew off the other day and it wouldn't shut off. It was just spinning. I'm like, YouTube, and
Ding, ding,
it
ding,
worked. So like you can go to YouTube and figure out how to do an oil change, but you're right. I'm not, you do it properly. There are different specifications. There's torque specifications.
It's funny. They have like, when you see like the different wrench levels of like, they have like 5 wrenches, like an oil change, like a Mustang GT is like a 1 wrench for hardness. With all the torque specs and the different things, I mean, you could potentially break your whole reservoir.
Oh, no. And
that'd be like 4 wrenches. But I think too, with like the different, things that you can get done on these vehicles. There's a lot. There's stuff like a brake flush. It's very simple, like to turn a wrench, but if you do it wrong or don't have the right pressure, the whole thing may seem easy, but if you have the wrong pressure, the fluid's not coming in right, you overfill the reservoir, or you crack the bleeder wrong, or you don't tighten the bleeder enough.
Yes.
Then you're leaking. Then that's
Then
potential
you go to stop,
totaling your vehicle.
Yeah, it's catastrophic.
So and that's the other thing. So some things that may seem easy could potentially leave you in a really bad spot. So something like brakes and stuff is probably
you probably I'm just as a person who likes to do the little things, and when I mean little, it's like oil changes. And I know that in some cases, on my car, we'll talk about my 992 specifically. I just did the oil change myself with Chuck and Matt. They're there for moral support and technical support, but I like to do that myself. And on the 992s, it's an 8-quart capacity, and you can only get 4 quarts or a little bit more out of it.
Right.
And there's a whole process, and Chuck was right. On a 992 GT3 or GT car, period, the earlier models, what was happening is because it was either carbon fiber or plastic oil tank, the oil, kind of the drain plug, was rotating in because they were doing it was too warm.
Yeah.
And they were breaking off the plug in the tank, and to fix that is an entire engine removal.
Yeah.
Like, think about that.
Well, yesterday, and I think we have some video we can overlay.
Probably.
We had our temp guns out temping it to see how hot it was, because we kind of knew how.
Because the procedure is to let it cool down.
Yes, right.
So I don't know.
You still want it hot to drain out, but it's like, how hot? Like, oh my gosh.
No, it's insane. So
I was stressed out for your oil change.
The first breaking of that plug.
I'm gonna be honest, like it's kind of disappointing that you can only get 4 quarts out, because it's like you don't really, like for me, I felt really good about my oil change. I got 7 quarts of oil, and I put the new green stuff in.
But we'll talk about that. We track our cars.
But you only get 4. I don't know how you feel. You're like half happy. Like
no, I get half
satisfied.
Now I got shitty oil in there that's thin like water.
Because in the oil that we had out is like coffee. Yes. It's like literally from all of our track days. It's like.
Now I'm sure there's Porsche executives or technicians laughing at us, but at the end of the day. And we probably change our oil more often than we should, maybe. I don't know. But
after looking at our oil, though, yesterday,
I feel like we did the right thing.
I think we did the right thing.
And so Porsche also came out. Well, so the 992 is awkward in that it has a plastic tank, and it only gets 4 quarts out, so it's a bit frustrating. It's a process, but it's not hard to do.
No.
The 99 1.2, similar process, same motor in essence. Three
a
drain
metal-
plugs.
Yep,
Three,
three
three
drain,
drain
plugs.
plugs.
My main tank, pulling tank for the dry sump is metal.
Yeah, so it's
So I got mine to 210 degrees. Of
Yeah,
like
and
we were
it was
smoking
molten
hot,
hot,
and
and we-
molten hot to get
Yeah.
as much, and the oil comes out like literally Diet Coke.
yes, and you got 7 quarts out. But what we did, I think, what was nice is Porsche just came out with a new oil.
Yeah,
Was that a shameless plug for Diet Coke and then drinking it? That was pretty cool.
you gotta know somebody at Diet Coke because of your
No. Not at all.
I think they
If
should.
it was a
give us
Capri Sun, maybe, but not a Diet Coke.
Anything-
It would be
it
kind of awkward, dude.
It
It would be
identifies
like
as a Capri Sun.
it could. I'm not sure that was kind of the direction we want to go with you sipping out a Capri Sun straw. Like that would
My
be
kids
kinda
can come in
weird.
and
That would
they
bad.
love being in the
Yeah.
videos. But yeah,
No, but they came out with a new oil, and I don't know like what it is or how
I was-
different it is.
I'll
But
be
it's
honest, I was
specific to the
I was
GT
skeptical
cars.
of it, and I was like, I don't know. But
Like
if-
$20 a quart.
Yeah.
I don't know,
But if
exaggerating.
you're if you have a 991.2 with a cup engine, whether it's a GT3 or a
Or 991.
RS or 991,
Yes.
like you hear the mechanic because there's mechanical lifters, so you can really hear the lifters going. It was always kind of whatever. I knew it's a mechanical engine, but I thought it was just part of the engine.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my thoughts is, well, maybe with this new oil, the 100% synthetic. Matt knows more about this stuff. He was telling us about
Right.
where the base stock comes from, and it's a level 4 versus
Right.
level 3.
Right. No
or
idea.
75.
Synthetic stuff.
Anyways,
He starts
Yeah,
getting technical.
yes.
I'm gloss over. Yeah, yeah.
but anyways,
Is
it's
it better
green,
or
it's green-
worse?
It's green oil
Right,
now.
yes.
But it literally made the almost gone.
Night and day,
Yeah,
the
night and day.
sound of your
And
cars.
we even got
Almost.
it hot and stuff. We're like, maybe it's hot, but it was like the mechanical lifters. It's it's definitely a lot slipperier than the old
It
oil.
seemed like that was kind of satisfying.
Yes.
Like, you change your oil in a regular car, you don't notice any difference.
Right.
Like, the only thing you do is, there's
Yes.
good juice
This
in it.
was legit.
But this made it sounded different. Because we're heading up to Road America on Monday for a Porsche Club event, and we wanted to do some maintenance on the car, oil change, brake check, brake flush maybe. But yeah, it was night and day. I thought it was really interesting, and it's specific GT fluid oil for your GT cars. And if you look online, it says specifically 991 GT all models, 992 all models.
Yeah.
And it went further back like cup cars. They use
cars,
this in
yeah,
their cup
cup
cars.
cars, yep.
And I'm sure there's 99s, whatever, different models. But yeah, so that was good. And if I was to break down the cost of my oil change on my car, truly with no labor because I'm doing it with your guys' help, 4 quarts of oil and an oil change kit, filter kit, maybe it was $70, $80.
I wonder how many
And
people.
Porsche
go,
is
and
like
this sounds bad,
$400.
But how many shops do you think are charging out 8 quarts of oil and putting 4 in?
I
mean, I'm just saying, like,
let's
if your
just
car only
positive
takes
intent and assume that they're not.
But hey, it's a PSA
But if
for
you have a
992
992
it only
GT
takes
car,
4 quarts oil.
4.5. So maybe they got to use 5.
Yeah.
Like billing for 5 is reasonable.
Right, but it's definitely
6 or 7 or 8, I don't know how they're doing it. I'd love to know, and maybe someone could comment in the comment section.
Yeah.
Okay, switching gears on you. We want to talk about, and Braden, you should chime in on this. We have our so a new vehicle in our Middleton Motorsports fleet of modifications and performance vehicles and performance modifications. We have all the work we're due on the GT500, which you've proven is insane, with the 900, MM 900R, 700, 800Rs. But we're getting into the F-150 game, sport truck game, with our MM Outlaw.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a single cab F-150 XL. We lowered it, so it's 3 inches lowered in the front, 5 in the rear, and then we put traction bars on this one.
Right.
We're hoping we're going to get a supercharger in soon.
We will. Yes.
We just got the tuning.
And
for
why
that.
we're waiting for it, why we're waiting for when Braden says we're waiting for superchargers, because we're waiting for the Ford Performance supercharger, so it could be part of a 336 warranty. There are superchargers out there available for the Coyote 2024 Coyote. We know that because we've
put one
installed
on,
them and we put them on. But why we're waiting is because we want to be part of which makes this car fantastic. Is it's part of the 336.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I know I'm extremely excited about. I've taken on this huge project with you guys, but
It's cool.
It's
like
a cool truck.
We have
There-
one in
there-
stock
we have
now.
one,
We
yeah.
we chose to do the 2-wheel drive. I think you told me.
There's rumors that Braden might be the ringleader for this.
Yeah.
You know,
He's rolling. He's running
with
it.
He's,
Yeah.
he's going to be
Yeah.
running the program.
He's running
so
the program.
if you guys are interested, you can be talking
Yeah. Reach out to
Braden.
Braden. He'll sell you one.
Yep.
Once he gets his license to
He's
sell.
going to get his sales license.
Sales license. But at the end of the day, like, it is a badass truck, and we chose 2-wheel drive first because of the price point primarily. Like,
Right.
talk a little bit about the price point.
Yeah,
for
so
what you get.
After Ford rebates with the supercharged truck, you're talking just under 60,000. Like it's like right under 60,000. But
For 700 plus
the
horsepower.
700 plus horsepower in its current configuration, it's like
How much does your Raptor R cost?
120.
right.
Well, wait, hold on.
Wait, hold
Let's
on.
edit that.
Hold on.
$160,000.
Exactly.
Like, that's what it costs.
That's what they cost.
That's what it costs because that's what they cost.
Exactly.
We'll have to edit that
Good
back.
thing you bought it from Middleton Ford.
Middleton Ford, no upcharge.
No,
well, no,
no.
$160,000.
Exactly. We
When I
should-
trade it into you, it'll be $160,000.
Exactly.
Because
That's-
used cars will upcharge.
Exactly.
New cars,
Not-
maybe not.
Yeah. That. But I think what everybody's got to wait for is we got to take the Raptor R and the Outlaw to the drag strip
Yep.
and see who
Yes.
can win.
Yes.
So the weight, I think the Outlaw is going to be.
Oh, I think it's going to smoke.
I
Well,
think it will.
I don't know. I mean, it's got to smoke it, right?
It's a lot lighter.
It's a lot lighter.
Yeah, it's significantly lighter.
The Raptor's an 8,000-pound truck.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a race. Like I think it's you got
The 2-wheel drive will smoke it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, unless if we can't get it traction down.
Oh, it'll get down on the track.
but
Probably.
it weighs like only a little bit more than like a Mustang GT.
I
Like, it's
know.
not that much heavier than a GT.
And put some pictures up, which you will,
Right.
while you're talking. I'm sure they were up there. It looks really cool. It's got a nice profile. You also are blacking them out, or depending on the color, we chose a black one for the first one. Tinted windows, 22-inch wheels.
Right.
We have the spec. Braden has designed an awesome spec, but we would work with you if you're something different you wanted. Badged with the Outlaw.
Yep.
It's kind of tough. You want to take a guess, or do you want to? Why did you choose Outlaw?
I don't know. I mean, it's like a southwestern style feel in that truck. It's like a more southern type of truck. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not really normal up here. We don't really have that type of stuff up here. So
No, it's fair.
I mean, it's kind
It
of
kind of fits our vortex room that we have here, like the theme of the.
Yeah, it is kind of tough.
Wild
I mean,
West.
it is Wild West. It's definitely
That's cool.
a good looking truck. So
The logo is pretty sweet that you designed.
we'll make as many as we can get from Ford. We have 4 on order right now. We have 3 orders in place from customers, right? I
Yep.
think. And we got a carbonized gray four wheel,
yeah. We have a carbonized gray. That's not accounted for yet.
not accounted for yet.
So
So we only
reach
have,
out.
so we have that one in the black two wheel drive that's available.
That are available.
Yep.
But as fast as we can get them, Chuck, we're going to build them. I think we'll sell them. But
Boom.
I got called today. I get calls every day. They were going to wait for the supercharger to go on. I said, well, we're going to try to sell it either way. But
Right.
without the supercharger, with the Coyote, it's under 50.
it's
47?
after Ford rebate. It's like 45.
I mean,
Yeah. So
45 grand. That's
That
a pretty
thing is
cool looking
sweet.
truck.
Yeah, I like it.
It's fun. Cool. So, hey, nice job on kind of organizing that. Reach out to Braden
Need something.
or myself online website if you're interested. What else we want to chat about?
We go through, we got a few things going on in the shop as far as cars.
Yes, we do.
We got the TRX that we're doing. How much is that going to be? 1,200 wheel horsepower, I think, is the target.
Well, we've got a crate motor from MMX, which is a Hemi 6.2 with a 3.8 Whipple on it, which is capable of 1,500 wheel horsepower. The truck and the other parts outside, we went to Pure
Has Hoosiers
Pure
in
Solutions
the
for the
trunk.
transmission.
The Hoosiers in the trunk are going to put some stress.
Yeah, the Hoosiers and the slicks that are in the
Yeah,
back. I'm not sure they're upgraded axles, but we're going to wait until he blows those off, which will probably be the first session that he's
Yep.
at the track. But we're going to detune it to be around, I think 1,000 wheels, so 1,200 or
Yeah.
so to the crank. That was an incredible project that's just been going on for a while. Cab off
That's
type.
Good over.
You know, have to get that motor out. You have
show
to take
that
the cab
picture of
off.
that. Yep,
That's
exactly.
cool. Never saw that before. A lot of
Todd Rippey has his 500 in here next to it.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
AKA Wednesday, is coming in.
Exactly.
I mean, this is how much we love our customers, and not that we love them; they're great customers. I mean, this is the type of person Todd is. I mean, he loves his car. He can't rave more about the 900R. He got the 900R package. It's insane on the track, but he's like the cage that we had in it, which is a Watson. Nothing wrong with the Watson cage. He wants it to be white.
Yeah, white and black.
White and black.
That's perfect.
It's black that's in there now, and he's like, I want a white cage, so we're putting a white cage in for him.
Perfect.
Which is awesome.
Exactly.
Like, that's what he wants. That's what we'll do. Safety first. But so we're taking the cage out. We're up, doing a track overview on it, track prep. It does need brakes. He figured that out, I think, in his second session of his last track day.
Yeah.
They were real close. And then he needs new tires.
Yeah. And we have we're building a half-mile car that should do almost 200 and a half miles.
Oh yeah, we have a GT350 half-mile car out there. That again, another quick story on a customer came in and it's like, I think he's from Nebraska or Oklahoma, and he's like, yeah, when I get it out on the roads and between 180 and 200 miles per hour. It's not 200. He wants it to go over 200.
Exactly.
Between 180 and 185, it's like shutting down. It says a
shutting down.
hesitation. I'm like, and he's like, well, and he's like,
Just go out on the
talked
highway.
about it,
Like-
talked to us about it, like it was
Normal, just to
like
go
we
out
were
on
going to
the
go out and do that. Like,
Good thing we have a dyno.
Like we have a dyno.
We tried one time where we did some street pull, and you were a part of that.
I was in the
You were an
passenger seat.
accessory to the crime.
The county police did not appreciate that. I think we're still like going to court for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
but-
are. And then
But yeah, so that's a half-mile car, 1,200 horsepower. We got to tune that. We have an engine rebuild in what is that, Chuck? A 2013, you think? Shelby Cobra, the Black Widow.
Black Widow?
Is that a 4.6 engine in it?
I think that's a
2008.
20,
Could
no,
it be?
that's like a 2008.
Yeah,
That's an older one.
we got a rebuild there, and
We'll make it about 12.
a lot of other stuff going on in the shop. We got two exciting builds coming up. We have a Whipple 3.0 going on a Dark Horse.
Yep.
That'll be our second one. And we have a 2023 Raptor R getting a 3.8 Whipple.
Yep.
That's going to be insane. So look for that in our upcoming YouTube
And
videos.
then we have another one. We have Mike's car, his M3 race car. I think we'll get him back on here to do his talk about that update on there.
Yeah. That's been a bit of a journey for him. So
yeah, exactly.
it'll be exciting for him to share that.
And then
A lot of good stuff.
a lot of stuff going on. A lot of cars in the pipeline.
Do we-
Cruise for a Cause is coming back. We're putting a smaller pulley on that one.
Right.
Going for 800 wheel on that giveaway car.
Should we talk about, or can we talk about your big, huge decision you made on your car? And
Again,
let them
exactly making room for my future.
Right.
I think when I got the Mark IV allocation where they called me, I had a little bit more of maybe assumptive GTD allocation coming. So I'm actually going to be selling my green car, my green GT500 that I've had since 2020. I actually built it myself in the system. I was fortunate enough to watch it go through the whole process, vehicle visibility with Ford, and deliver here, go through that, build it.
It's a bit
to my knowledge, the only full interior street legal Mustang to even see teens, let alone a 216 at Road America. I did a lot of thousands of laps in that car.
Yeah.
So
But
we've been through a lot, but I think it's time right now where it's like, hey, we got the new stuff coming out, and
if anybody is ready for a track-built, track-ready GT500 that is dialed in and sorted. Like, I mean, you would change your oil after every track session.
Yeah.
You put brakes on it even when they were half
I never
worn.
went past
New
halfway.
new tires. So
I think
it
that
is
was
a
underfit.
well-sorted Ford-owned, Ford dealership owned car. So, people maybe get scared away from track cars, but not this one. And if you're a track person, you would know it firsthand.
Yeah.
But it's up for sale too. Not yet, but we're getting it ready to go up for sale.
I think Jim and I are the same
Debadging
way.
it maybe a little
Exactly. Like with cars, like if I buy a car, I want to drive it and go to the track and put it through. I feel like I've gotten the 500 now, with the stuff I've done to the limit that I'd want to do with that car
Help to build
before I
motorsports.
completely gut it and put a racing seat in and put harnesses in. I kind of got it to that level, and it's just. I feel like it would do a disservice to that car if it just got parked
And
just
just
to be a
sat.
memento
Right,
and
right,
sat.
right.
And that's what I was doing. I was just sitting around. it's just not, I want somebody else to be able to enjoy it like I did, and I think I'd get more entertainment
Fun
out
out of
watching it on the track than just sitting here on the showroom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have some, other collector cars that do just sit here, and
Right.
I don't like that. I like them to be driven and used. Like you drive your
Yeah.
RSs, I drive mine.
We want them to be driven.
Exactly.
Why
So-
you're not going to take them with you? So
No, exactly.
Might as well drive them.
Use
Right?
them. Yep.
So yeah, that's big. That's big news. I didn't know if you were ready to share that. So appreciate you talking about it. I think that's about it, right? Anything else, Braden?
No, I don't think so. I think that about sums it up.
Until next time. Any insight out there for topics you'd like us to talk about? I think that'd be cool to get some topics from the audience.
Yeah, they want to throw them in the
You
comments.
can ask your
down there.
kids, and
Yeah.
I'll ask my family members,
exactly.
and we can go from there. You should be asking your family members to be subscribing and liking.
It's
So maybe
kinda
we'll
like
get a little bit
the
more.
prerequisite
Yes.
to all that.
We have a big, before we sign off, we have a big Bronco bash here at the store on Thursday. I think maybe
Tomorrow?
50. Is it tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow? Oh, shit.
Brats.
Yeah, so we're having a big cookout for a
Andrew
big
announced
group.
on his channel has 30,000 followers that there's free food here, so we have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen here.
This is perfect because this will come out Friday, so we're not adding
Yeah,
to any
no.
of the drama.
So you guys can't have free
You missed
brats.
it. You missed it now.
But follow Middleton Motorsports 4x4 because he'll sling free stuff everywhere for you.
Always. Cool. Well, let's thank Middleton Ford for our sponsor. Let's thank our sponsor, Middleton Ford, first and foremost. Thank you, Chuck, Will, Andrew, Middleton Ford, for supporting us at Middleton Motorsports. Wheel Pros, gosh, goes on
FCK
and
Lighting,
on. FCK
Oracle
Lighting,
Lighting.
Oracle Lighting,
We've worked with
Yeah.
Rap Labs on some stuff.
Rap Labs too. So all of our sponsors, and we just became a dealer for Dundon today. So, we're continuing to grow. So thanks for
Exactly.
watching, and enjoy. Until next time.